So my name is Gautam, a product expert from Zoho Writer, and I've got Preeta, my colleague. She's also a product expert in Zoho Writer, and I welcome you all to another exciting webinar in Zoho Writer. And as we are about to end this year, we thought of providing you an insight in overall features which is available in Writer and how Writer works as a one-stop solution to all your business needs, reducing cost as well. So, as we know, Zoho Writer acts as an excellent tool for various automation and document needs. We have a variety of templates like merge, fillable, and sign, which caters to pretty much all the business needs. Our focus today revolves around the diverse document and automation needs within a business setting. We will examine the array of tools commonly used for these tasks and let you know how Writer serves as a singular solution capable of addressing all your automation needs. So we analyzed the market and found that people use different applications to perform simple automation tasks. Let's say there is an HR team who would like to send out a form which has a pre-filled information regarding a candidate and then collect additional information like their notice periods or maybe the date of joining from their candidates. So in this case, in order to create this workflow, they would be required to use multiple tools, like let's say a tool for form creation. And in order to store the data that is being collected from the candidates, they would have to use a data collection tool. And not only that, in order to create the documents or in order to send out the documents, they would be using a different tool. And for post automation or post this flow is completed, they will be using another tool in order to store the document or send the document into the perfect lane. So, so these are the tools that is being used for a simple automation task. Well, it's actually a time for a change. In Writer, you can make these automations easily, and not only that, it Writer also provides you the actions done by multiple tools in a single platform. So you can easily share documents and collaborate with your team members or with anyone across the internet. And not only that, you can also work on the post workflows. So once the automation is completed, you can configure the required solution based on your preference. So let's see these features one by one in the upcoming slides. And not only that, we'll also let you know where and how these features work exactly by showing you a quick demo regarding all these features. And in the end, we also have exciting features that we are working on currently. So you can expect that in the future updates. So we will discuss those things in this upcoming slides. So the first thing being proofing and translation. So in Writer, we use a powerful spell check tool where you'll be able to create documents with almost no errors. So let us say you're a marketing team or a blogger who's going to be posting contents across internet. It might look bad if there are any spelling mistakes or any grammatical errors. So in order to rectify it, most people might be using softwares like Grammarly or any other applications that works as a spell check. Whereas when it comes to Zoho Writer, we have a built-in spell check tool, which also provides you a great insights to develop your writing in a better manner. Not only that, it also increases readability as well as keeping your contents engaging. So these are the various options that you have got in proofing, and not only that, we using a different tool just to translate the contents. In Writer, we have it built in, so you can just, with a simple click, you can translate contents. And with the help of OpenAI integration, we also have options for you to generate contents based on your requirement. So let me just show you how it exactly works. So here are some known tools that people use for proofing and translation or in order to generate contents. So you can see MS Word, GDocs, or Grammarly is being used by most of the people across the world in order to check their spelling or grammatical errors. And when it comes to content generation, they might be using any open AIs that is available online, or a Cohere tool, which will act as a different tool where you'll be going to just generate contents and then using those contents in your created documents. Well, that's how Writer works as a single tool. Let me just quickly switch over to a document, and I'll just start from scratch so that you'll get a clear idea about how this exactly works. So I'll just go ahead and create a blank document. And in this, I'm just adding some basic spelling or grammatical errors so that it will be identified for your reference. So now I just need to generate contents. So let's say I'm just going to generate content on Mount Everest. So with the help of the OpenAI integration that I've done already, so once I just hit enter, automatically the contents will be generated and it'll be displayed. So you can check it out. And based on your requirement, you can easily edit those contents and just share it across internet. So let's say there is an NDA team who's working on a non-disclosure agreement that needs to be sent out for their clients. So let's just say that the user who's going to create this NDA is not aware of the content, and he or she is relying on an OpenAI tool. So in that case, they can just simply make use of this AI tool and then generate contents for the NDA and just make some edits based on their company's policy and then go ahead and share the documents. So this is how easily you can create contents in Zoho Writer. And not only that, you can easily check out the spelling errors and the grammatical mistakes that is being carried out in your added content. So let's say the spelling error, which if I click on it, I can see that what is the spelling error that I've made, and I can easily uh, click on it and change it based on my requirement. And it also suggests you the grammatical errors. So this comes under the improper wording. So if I want, I can just directly click on it so that, as you can see, it will be automatically changed in my document. So this is how you can create and uh, proof your documents in a better manner so that it can be easily published out without any errors. And not only that, Writer also provides you with a clear insight on the how easily your content is readable. So the readability of your content can be checked. So the readability of your content can be checked, and if it is complex, then you can make use of simple words and then publish your document so that it will be easy for users to read across internet. And not only that, we also have a plagiarism detector. So using this, you can easily detect a plagiarism, and you need not use any additional tools in order to make use of these actions. So when it comes to translating content, usually you might be using a Google Translation and copying pasting contents, and it might not work with the formats when you're copying pasting contents. So in order to simplify it, we have trends in this document, or you can create the newly translated content into a different document. So am I audible? Is my voice audible? I'm so sorry for that. You can just give a thumbs up if my voice is audible. Yeah, okay. I see that everyone is good. And please do let us know if there is any issues with my audio so that I can check on it and rectify it during this webinar. So yes, as I was mentioning, you can easily translate the contents, and then if required, you can also save those into a new document. so that you can create multiple documents with different languages and then share it across internet so that it you can create contents to be read by users across the world. So the next option, the next segment in which which we're gonna talk about is fillable forms. So as you all know, Writer supports fillable templates, which will allow you to create a form and then share the form to collect additional data. Not just that, there are more options available when it comes to the fillable templates. Normally, when it comes to performing these automations, you would require many tools for each activities. So let's say to create a form or to make sure that the data collected is added somewhere. So you would be required to use multiple tools. Let me just go through the list of tools that is used for this simple automation. So here are the tools used for fillable forms. So you can see that for form collection or sorry, for form creation, you might be aware of these tools, which are Form Stack, JotForm, PDF Filler, or Adobe Forms. And similarly, if you want to collect some data, that you might be using Google Sheets or MS Excel. And in order to generate the document after using the data, you would be required to use MS Word. And not only that, if you would like to pre-fill certain data or um, make sure that the document is saved somewhere or sent via email, that is after post automation, in order to create these workflows, you would have to use Zapier or MS Power Automate. So these tools are really complex in nature, and it would cost you a lot if you're going to use these multiple tools just for a simple automation. So let me just show you how these automations are performed within Zoho Writer. So I'll just switch to the demo section. And in here, first, I'll just show you how to create a fillable template. So what you can do is that you can just go to create and click on fillable template and select create from scratch. So if you have got any PDF files and if you're using that for as a form, then you can just directly upload them into your Zoho Writer. So now once I've created the fillable template, I have just added some titles over in my document, and then I'll just go ahead and insert the fillable fields. So in order to insert the fillable fields, I just have to go to the field section from the left panel and then click on fillable fields. And here I'll just insert a single text field and go ahead with an email address and the contact number and the date and also the time. So here, as you can see, there I've just added single text fields. Now, when it comes to the requirement for a demo, you might be having a list of requirements that would not be fit in a single line text. So we have got multi-line text available, which I'm going to insert into the template. And not only that, we also have checkbox, radio buttons, and drop downs to which you can easily configure them and then add it into your documents. And now, once the document is created, you can check out a preview of how exactly this would look for the external users who's gonna fill the documents. And now once it is done, you can go to the automate template. So in here, what I want is create a form which has certain information that I'm gonna be getting. Let's take an example that I have a list of contacts who's going to be. So I have a list of contacts who's going to be the proposals, or I'm going to generate a demo request form for them, and I'm going to be sharing it with them. And I'm going to get only the requirement from them, not the remaining information, because I've got that already. So in this case, what I will do is that I can just go ahead and select my data source. So we have got various data sources available where I can directly import a CSV file or select Zoho contacts, sheet, or Zoho forms as well. Here, I'll just select Zoho CRM and I'm going to choose the contacts module as my data source. So using the information available in contacts, I'm just going to pre-fill certain information and share it with users in order to get additional information. So I'll just click on pre-fill and share to fill, and I'll just go ahead and map the fields based on my preference. So let's say the text field would be first name, and the email address will be filled from the contacts module. Yeah. So yes, now that I've done, I can just type in the email address of the user or create add in the email address from my list as well. Now, when I click on send for filling, the form will be sent to the users by adding in the pre-filled data. So I can just click on the text fields and pre-fill those data over here. So as you can see, the merge field, the field that I'm going to pre-fill is inserted into the fillable field. So when I create the document, the fields will be automatically filled so that only the remaining fields that needs to be filled by the customers, and they'll just go ahead and submit the fillable document. So yes, these are the various advantages that you get in using fillable templates. So you can easily collaborate with fillable templates and create forms. And not only that, you can dynamically calculate certain calculations. So you can create tables and perform calculations. And not only that, you can also create conditions and display based on the value of the condition. So let's just say you would want to display certain fields only if a particular field is checked. So in that case, you can add in condition so that once the field, the fillable checkbox field is checked out, that display, the content will be displayed, or else a different content will be displayed. So these are some advantages while using the um, Zoho Writer's fillable template. And also, when it comes to pre-filling a drop-down value, other platforms will require you to create a URL that needs to be configured. Whereas when it comes to Zoho Writer, drop-downs can be pre-filled dynamically, which can be changed based on the customer's data as well. And if you would like to analyze the data that is collected from the fillable form, or if you would like to generate certain charts using those collected data, you would not be required to purchase additionally any spreadsheet application. So we have a built-in tools that will allow you to um, get the collected form and analyze the data, as well as allow you to create charts based on the submitted data. So the next segment would be to digitize PDF or paper forms. So when it comes to PDF forms, let's say I'm trying to convert paper forms into digital format. So I've got various paper forms, and if I would like to convert them into digital format, I would be required to purchase certain tools which are costlier than, which can be so costlier, and the pricing would be unpredictable, and it will not suit for my business as well. So when it comes to writer, you can perform those actions easily at zero cost. So you can easily upload documents, the paper documents, by scanning them and then upload it into writer, put in the fields, and once the fields are added, you can just download that as a PDF form. So PDF form generation is made easier in Zoho Writer. So when it comes to using various other tools, so in that case, you would be having for form creation, you would be using certain tools like PDF Filler or Adobe Forms. And in order to collect data, you would be using Google Sheets or MS Excel. And not only that, in order to generate the PDF back using the fields, you would be required to use GDocs or iText. So without these tools, you can simply just upload document and then convert it into a PDF form. So let me just quickly convert and show you how it exactly works. So I just have a I just have a paper form that is being converted as a digital format. So I'll just go ahead and upload that particular template. So I'll select fillable template in this drop down, and I'll select the file that needs to be uploaded. So here is a paper format file, and once I upload it, all the fields will be automatically detected, and we have got the best AI field detection in the market out there. So using this AI tool, we would generate all the fields, and it's almost without any errors. So you can check out all the fields that is being generated. These are the fillable fields which are getting generated by the scanned paper form. So this is how you can easily create PDF files. And now once it is done, what I can do is that I can just download this particular PDF into a fillable PDF form so that I can use it for offline purposes. So if I require, I can also share this as a fillable document over across the internet. But if my need is to make use of offline forms, then I can download this particular PDF as a fillable PDF form and then use it for my own preference. So here are some advantages that you can gain using Zoho Writer. So here, a simple document can be converted into a form easily. So when it comes to the previous template, here is how I have a simple document which is getting created. And if I require, I can just go to the download option and then download it as a fillable PDF form. So in here, as you can see, a document is created and it is downloaded as a PDF form, and it involves no cost. So that's how Zoho Writer reduces the cost that is being carried out in your business. So as you can see, this is a PDF form that I have created, which is so simple in Zoho Writer. Not only simple forms, you can also create complex forms using Zoho Writer. And not only that, we also have various options for you to share the document for filling. So you can share it as a URL. So we allow various options for you to share. So you can click on share to fill, and you can directly enter the email address of the user and then share it as share in order to fill the form. Or if you would like to publish it in a public platform, or if you would like to embed that into your website, you can make use of the publish link or the embed code that is getting generated over here. And not only that, if you would like to pre-fill and share information, you can just pre-fill those data and then share the form to be submitted. So once the fillable field is shared, I'm sorry, the fillable template is shared, you can configure the responder options as well. So there are various customization available where you can allow the submitter, the one who submits the document, to download a copy of the submitted document. So they can either download it, or you can also have them the documents sent via email. So once they click on submit, they'll be receiving an email with the submitted document along with the data. And not only that, you can also send the document for signature. So you can also allow the end users to send the document for signing once they fill the contents. And in here, you can also save a copy of the file to work drive using this option, or you can also send it via email or send it for document sign collection. So you can just enter in the signature fields into it, and then you can use Zoho Sign for sending it for sign collection. And in here, you can also save the responses that is being submitted over to Zoho Sheet. So those options are also available. And not only that, we also have custom functions. So using custom function, you'll be able to perform various levels of outputs. So for example, we have a predefined gallery, which will allow you to upload the file back to Box, G Drive, or OneDrive. If you're using those applications, you can make use of these custom functions so that once the document is submitted by your customers or your clients, the document will be added back to your respective application. And let's say there is a CRM record, and if my workflow is to pre-fill data using CRM and send it out to the customers for getting additional information, and using this custom function, those additional information can also be filled out in my CRM record so that it'll be an entire automation done. So I'll be sending out a document for getting additional data, and that additional data will also be saved back to my original data source. So using this, you can perform various types of automations, and you also have the options to write your script on your own. So yes, that's about the fillable templates and its advantages. So the next comes document generation. So the most important feature when it comes to document creation tools is to generate documents in bulk. So it'll be very difficult for you to create documents for each and every user when you have when your requirement is to send out documents in bulk. Whereas in Writer, using our mail merge feature, you'll be able to generate documents in bulk easily. And let's say you would want to send the document for signature, or if you would like to get some additional data from your customers, so you can make use of these options available in merge documents and send out the document for signing or for filling within a singular tool. So here are some few tools that is being used by various people across the globe in order to make a simple merge document. So in order to create merge documents, which is a simple process in Writer, whereas when it comes to the other tools, so what would you require is that for template creation, you would be required to have an MS Word or an Adobe tool. So if you would like to store the data source, then you would be required to use Google Forms or Sheets, or an MS Excel application needs to be used in order to store the data source. And when it comes to signing, you would be required to pay additionally for DocuSign or DigiSign, and then make use of for sending it out for signing process. And in order to make sure that the post flow or post automation, you would be required to use MS Power Automate or Zapier. So these tools are, you would be required to purchase these tools separately in order to perform a single operation, which is document merge. And not only that, in order to manage your documents, you would be required to have OneDrive, Box, Dropbox, or G Drive. So all these operations can be done using a singular tool, which is Zoho Writer. So let me just quickly show you how exactly Zoho Writer works. And before we proceed to the demo, I'll just show you the output options that is available once you merge the document using a data source. So you can either save those files as individual files, or you can send that via email to your to the respective users, or you can send it to yourself and store it in your emails. And not only that, you can also send the document for sign collection. And if you would like, you can also push the data back to Zoho Sheet, and you can also merge and invoke certain custom functions. So we'll discuss that when we go to the demo section. And you can also merge and share fillable link, so that you'll be getting additional information from your customers and clients. And using that, you'll be able to invoke certain custom functions, or you can store the document for later use. So let me just quickly switch over to the writer's mail merge template. So I'll just go ahead and create a template from scratch so that you get a clear idea about it. So now I have created a template, and it's a merge template. And I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just going to enter the name, email address, phone, and some additional data. So now what I can go ahead and do is that I can just go ahead and connect a data source. So as I mentioned in my previous slides, we have various data sources available. So you can choose any one of these lists. So if you have the data source in Zoho Sheet, then you can make use of that and add it by just picking up from picking a workbook or creating a new workbook. So here I'll just use the Zoho CRM's contacts module. So as you can see here on the left panel, once I have connected my data source, all the fields from Zoho CRM contacts module is automatically pulled into the document, and I can easily just click and insert those fields into the template. So in here, I am just going to insert the first name, the email address, phone number, and in additional, maybe I can add in a fillable field as well. So I just go to fields and add a fillable multi-line text field so that the user can add additional data. So now in here, if I want to add signature fields, I can also do that as well. So I can just go to the fields from the left panel, go to signer fields, and in here I can just insert a signature field, and I can also insert multiple signatures so that multiple users will be able to sign the form. So now let me just quickly jump over to the automate section, and I'll just show you how exactly each and every feature works. So in here, if I would like to send the data for sign collection, I can use this option, and I can configure the email address of the user who's gonna be the signer. And not only that, if I would want to send out the documents in order, so let's just say I'm sending it for a customer, and then I'm just going to send it for a approver or for a reviewer who's going to finalize the code or the prospect code that is being sent out. So in this case, I can just enable this option called sign in the above order, so that only when the first signer is signing the document, the document will be sent out to the second signer. And in here, you can also change the status of the signer. So for example, I can select the second signer as an approver, and or I can also use as an in-person signer, so that the document will be signed in person. And here I can also use only me, so that if I am the only person who's gonna sign the document, then I can use only me. So if myself and others are gonna sign the document, then I can use me and others. So these are the options that is available in configuring the signers. And when it comes to post workflow, so let's just say the document is being sent for signature, and the first and the second signer has completed the signing. So what happens next? What would be the next process? So in here, under advanced settings, you can either save the copy of the signed documents in work drive. So you can choose any folder and then save it back to work drive, or you can have it emailed. So you can have the signed documents emailed to either yourself or to multiple users. So you can also add in multiple users in here and send out the documents for once it is being signed. And if you would like to, let's say, connect it back to CRM, or push it back to any other location, then you can make use of the custom function gallery that is available. So if you're using attached to ZCRM, so the signed documents will be automatically sent back to the record, and it will be attached as an attachment within the record. And not only that, we have also got various options to create a record in people, and you can use upload the files into various other cloud platforms as well. So that's about the option called merge and send for sign collection. So the next option would be to merge and invoke a custom function. So let's just say you do not want to want any other actions to be happening. You just want the merged document to be sent out somewhere else in some other cloud platforms, or it has to be attached in CRM, or maybe attached as an invoice in Zoho Books. So these options is available in this gallery, where you can just click on use and use those function by modifying it based on your preference. And if you have got script knowledge, you can also uh, write your script on your own, and then make use of these functions that is available. And the final option is to merge and share as a fillable link. So this particular option will allow you to merge a document and then share the document in order to collect additional data. So since we have inserted a fillable document or a fillable field over here, you can make use of merge as well as fillable document within merge template. So merge template, you can make use of all these three options, like fillable, sign, and merging can be done within merge template as well. So this is why Zoho Writer acts as a single tool to perform these multiple actions, which is actually carried out by various applications. So yes, that's about the merge template, and these are some advantages when it comes to merging the documents. So so variety of fields like checkbox, image, barcode, map, etc. can be added. And we also have aggregate and grouping feature, which will allow you to group the data source in certain manner so that you can visually represent your data in a better way. So let me just quickly show you a demo on how that exactly works. So in here, as you can see, I have a merge template here. This is going to be an entrance ticket that is being sent for the attendees available for a program. So in here, as you can see, you can easily scan the QR code that is being added for the event's location. So this is a merge field that we have used, and also we have added barcode to mention the ticket number. So this is also a merge field that we have created. So I'll just go ahead and preview the document so that you can check out how easily and seamlessly the the document is getting merged with the information and how it is exactly shown to you. So here, this is a preview where you can see that there is a customer called Tracy, and we are just generating a ticket in order to attend the function called Zoho. So here is the price information, and they can easily take out their mobile devices and then scan the event's location, and it'll just directly you can use that in the Google Maps and reach out to the destination. And not only that, we also have various field types like let me just click on. So these are the various field types that is available. So here, as a unique field type, we would say that we have a QR code, barcode, and you can also insert a map. And not only that, you can also use payment fields, and using that you can collect payments as well. So you can make use of these operations as well when it comes to merge templates. And when it comes to group by, here is an example for group by that we have created. So let me just go ahead and preview so that you'll get to know the difference between normal group by and an added group by. So in here, we have grouped the data that is available in a particular sheet and using names of the person. So you can see that Daniel Wright and what are the contributions that they have made to a particular NGO. And when it comes to David Johnson, what are the contributions that is being made by David under the in a particular year. So this is how now we have grouped the data. So if I would like to, uh, additionally add some more criterias and then group the data in a different manner, I can just go ahead and do that. So let's just go ahead and group the data based on cash or kind. So if they have donated as a cash or if they have donated as a material, a kind. So what I can do is that I can just go ahead and change this as a grouped field. So once it is done, I can also go ahead and edit. So as you can see here, the data is first grouped by name, and then it is grouped by cash or kind. If I want, I can also add additional groups as well. So based on, let's say, the month, I can add group group fields into it. So I'll just update the group and I'll just show you the preview. So now, as you can see that Daniel Wright and David Johnson is available. So David Johnson is first categorized, and then what are the cash donations made by David Johnson is categorized, and the kind donation is displayed at the end. So as you can see, these are merged, and it is displayed in a better way. This will actually allow you to create a document with a great visual representation. So that's about the group by features. And not only that, you can also display contents based on conditions. So we have if else conditions available in Zoho Writer. So if a condition is satisfied, you can display certain contents. If it is not satisfied, then you can display an entirely different content. So these options are available. And yes, as mentioned, we also have customized post merge workflows where you can use the custom functions once the merge operation is completed. The next segment is review, approval, or sign workflows. So in every business, there is a main requirement to create a document which needs to be reviewed or approved before it goes to the final step. So for example, if there is a sales team and they might be creating codes or contracts which needs to be approved by their sales manager before it gets to their clients or before it gets to their customers. So in order to approve these documents, in order to approve these sales documents that is created, they might be using various tools. And not only that, in order to negotiate contracts. So if there are contracts created and if there is any negotiation happening, then you might be using various tools. So in Writer, you can just simplify it and use just a single tool in order to perform all these operations. So here's a list of tools that is being used by people in order to perform these operations. The first, in order to share a document, users might be using PandaDoc or SharePoint. And for digital signatures, they might be using DocuSign or DigitSign. And in order to manage the workflows once the document is completed, they might be using MS Power Automate and Zapier. So these operations would be required a complex, these are actually complex in nature. And in order to simplify this, we have a built-in tool in Writer that will just allow you to simply send out documents for approvals or reviews. And not only that, you can also, once the approval is completed, you can also customize the workflow that needs to be carried out in the approved document. So let me just go ahead and start a workflow over here, and I'm just going to click on assign workflow. So I'll just use review and approval workflow and then go ahead and set it. So for starting the workflow, I'm just sending the document for review, and I'm using David Mitchell. So Preeta is handling this account, so she'll be able to review the document. And I'm also selecting Preeta as the approver so that she can also approve the document once it is done, once the review process is done. So she'll be doing it one by one so that we will be checking out the status of the document once the review is completed and as well as once the approver is approving the document. So in here, I can also set a due date for the review and for approval as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm just going to send it for review. So now once the document loads, since I do not have the options to make any changes right now, because it's currently, the workflow is in progress, I'll just be shown a document which can only be viewed, and I can check out the status of the document. So as you can see here, now I have initiated the review and I'm just waiting for an action from David. So Preeta is going to handle this account and she'll now be reviewing the document, and once the review is done, she'll let us know so that I'll let you know the workflow. Not only that, I can also go ahead and view the history. So if the document was already reviewed or if there was any previous actions carried over, I can view all the workflows that has been carried previously. So as you can see here, there are three different workflows that was previously carried over and one was aborted. So these are the history in a particular document. That I can check out all the documents which needs attention from me. So if I would like to review the document or if I would want to approve that, then I can just go to this dashboard and select the required document, open it, and then submit it or approve it. So these are the options. And if something is initiated by me, so for example, the particular document which we have initiated right now is this particular document. So we can click on it and check out the document. And not only that, we can also view the status from in here itself. So it's not required for you to get into the document in order to view the status of the approval or reviews. So now, as you can see, the document is in approved state and the automation is completed. So now, let's just say I'm just restarting this review. So now, so in order before assigning a workflow, you can also make some workflows once the approval or the review is done. So in here we have options for you to publish the document into any public platforms, or you can also rename the document once the workflow is completed. So this can be done using the custom function option that is available, so that once the document is reviewed or once it is approved, the document will be automatically published to your organization. So here are some advantages of using writer's workflow features. We have the built-in workflow. So usually when you're working on editing tools, you'd be editing the document in a particular tool, and for workflow, you would be going for a different application, and you might also be required to pay for that application. Whereas when it comes to writer, it's a completely free operation where you can make use of the tools for editing. The document can be completely edited, and once the edits are completed, you can just use in the built-in workflow feature to initiate a workflow for review or for approvals. And not only that, post workflow operations can also be easily configured. So as I've shown, we have a predefined custom functions available. So by just clicking on it, you can initiate a workflow where you can publish the document or you can rename the document. And yes, we do have the unified dashboard where the status of all the documents which are undergoing workflow will be displayed, and you can choose to get into the document and approve or review based on your preference. So yes, finally, why Zoho Writer would be an ideal tool which has got all the features, and will it work as a single tool for your operation? So yes, as you can see, Zoho Writer has got an option for you to create PDF forms, create online fillable forms, and then share it with users. So for form creation, as we discussed earlier, multiple tools will be required in order to just create a form and share it with users. Whereas when it comes to Writer, you have the advantages of just using a single tool. And for simple operation, you need not purchase multiple tools. So Writer alone will meet all your business needs. And for example, if you're a small organization and if you're just going to perform certain merges in a particular month, so we provide you free credits if you're using WorkDrive or any other applications within which is integrated with Writer. So using these free credits, you can perform merge operation and send out documents. So you'll not be paying any amount when it comes to using Zoho Writer. So it's a single tool to perform all your business document needs. So next, well, let us just get into the final segment of today's webinar, where we are excited to announce our upcoming features, which are lined up to be released in the updates. So first, we have options for you to upload and edit the PDF files. So yes, we have been working on this feature, and many users have requested this in order they would want to upload the PDF files and use Writer as a editing tool for PDFs. So yeah, we are just on the final stages of this. So you can expect this feature to be released soon. So you'll be able to add text, images, as well as you can add watermarks on a layer. And not only that, you can also reorder the pages that is available in the PDF file. And you can also add additional pages and use that for editing purpose as well. So these are the various editing features that we are going to bring into PDF formats. So yes, we also have planned to provide you an option where using a condition, you can select the template that needs to be merged and perform merge documents or create merge documents. So let's just say there are two events happening, and based on the user's data, you would want to create a merge document and send it according to their data. So you can make use of these options, this option, which is going to allow you to add a condition, and based on the condition, select the template and perform the merge operation automatically. And we also have options for you to select cover pages once the merge operation is completed. So this is still a work in progress. So you can expect this feature later, where once the document is merged, based on the selection that you have made, cover pages will be added and the merged document will be stored or sent based on the preference that you have chosen. And additionally, we also have planned to provide some enhancements in fillable form fields, where we are going to provide file upload fields, lookup fields, subform fields, and conditional fields. So when it comes to file upload fields, so in the fillable document, you can add a file upload field which will allow the users who is accessing to fill the document upload certain files. So this can be used when if there is any document proof that is needed, let's say the social security card or any other information that needs to be added by the customers, you can make use of this file upload feature for document proofs. And we also have lookup fields that we have planned on. So let's say there is an inspection that is being made. Just by entering the inspection code, you can easily pull up the remaining data, such as the inspector's name, their email address, and some additional information which is added into the inspector code that is available in the data source. So this is how the lookup field will work. And when it comes to subform field, we are planning to provide an option where users who's filling the document can dynamically add rows based on their requirements. So for example, if there is a resume and if there is a qualification section, so a member would be have required maybe 2 or 3 rows, and another candidate would be requiring 4 to 5 rows based on their qualification. So they can just dynamically add rows and fill in the data, and then submit the document. So yes, and when it comes to conditional field, we are planning, we do not have any information regarding that. So it's based on the condition, you can add in the fields, and we'll discuss about that in the future updates. So yes, that's it about the today's webinar. And here are the support information. So you can just make use of the contact numbers to call us, or we also have the email address. So we support 24/7 for email as well as for chat. So you can reach us anytime. So you can go to our work price pricing page in order to reach us via chat. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining this webinar today, and happy holidays everyone. Have a great year ahead. Bye bye.